Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Bridge of Spies. And this movie came out in 2015, and it's directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Hanks. And much to my surprise, it was written by the Coen brothers. I didn't know that until I got to the credits, and also Matt Charman. Going into it, I didn't know that the Coen brothers had involvement with this movie, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's probably something that helped out this movie. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, I'm not super big on Steven Spielberg movies. Like, there are some that I really love, like Jaws. I love Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Indiana Jones, and the Temple of Doom I love. Hook is awesome. Like, those ones I love, but some of them I'm not overly fond of. His movies are kind of hit or miss for me, and ever since AI, artificial intelligence, everything after that point was kind of just average 5 out of 10 stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of Catch Me If You Can or The Terminal, War of the Worlds. I don't care for either. But this one I actually enjoyed, and I was interested in what it was showing me, and I didn't have a attachment because it was inspired by true events. I was into it because of how things were presented, how the story slowly unfolded. That's really what kept me going in it. And I thought Tom Hanks was great in this movie. And whenever Tom Hanks is on screen, which is most of the movie because he is the main character, whenever he's on screen, the movie works for me. Whenever he is not on screen, that's where the movie kind of gets a little dull for me. And that's my biggest criticism, is that whenever Tom Hanks is not on screen, it just feels like filler and just stuff that doesn't need to be shown. And characters already talk about the things that is off screen. And so you don't really need that stuff that they show. So that was like my biggest issue with it, and why I feel as though like 20 minutes could have been cut out. And that stuff I just found to be really dull. I also like how this movie looks. And this movie didn't have this obnoxious glow from outside that a lot of Steven Spielberg movies had, like in the early 2000s. Like Minority Report was a big one for me. Like, the lighting just irritated the crap out of me in that movie at points. But in this movie, you get little bits of that, but it's not like overly distracting, thankfully. And overall, I do think that this is a film that pretty much anyone can watch and enjoy and get something out of. And I think that's like what Steven Spielberg movies are, generally speaking. Just movies that anyone can watch, for the most part. I like the characters in this movie. I think they're well established and pretty well written. And same thing with the stakes of the movie. And that's also something that kept me going throughout the film, is that this movie takes place during the Cold War and everything that comes with that. And that made it interesting, like the setting. And overall, the movie is solid. It's just that the pacing is kind of what hurts it for me. And if the pacing issues weren't in the movie, this would be like 1 point higher than what I would rate it. But as it is, it's a decent movie that I liked. I would recommend it. There are some things that don't work about it. Like, I found the opening scene to be a little bit comical. It was just one of the characters just painting a picture of themselves, and I found that to be a little comical. And also some dubbing towards the end, which was pretty noticeable. But all in all, the movie works as it is, and I think it's a movie that anyone can watch. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Bridge of Spies a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Bridge of Spies, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Lisa Frankenstein. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.